Awesome. All right. So first, I just want to start with a land acknowledgement. Today, I'm talking to you from the Mi'kmaq, the ancestral and unceded territory of the Mi'kmaq people, also known as Halifax, Nova Scotia. Beautiful day here. It's 2 o'clock. If you want to check out what lands you're on, there's an awesome link here. You will also have this slide deck after the session, so you'll be able to click it and go to it. Just a few Zoom etiquette tips. So if you can keep your video on during the session, that'd be very appreciated. And please mute yourself if other people are speaking. We do have closed captions going right now as well. Perfect. Feel free to ask questions in the chat. Kyle will be monitoring them. Sometimes when I'm presenting, I have a hard time seeing it. And then as Rob was mentioning earlier, if you want to change your display name, feel free to do so. It's best practice to put your name and then your venture. And if you also want to put your pronouns, feel free to do that. So this is just kind of an agenda for today. So first, we're going to start off. You're going to get to meet the LOI team and a bit of our background. Then we're going to do a bit more of a deep dive into LOI and labs. Then we're going to go over some next steps. And if there is time, we'll do a founder breakout room just so you can start meeting some people. And then as always, room for questions at the end. All right, so first, I just want to welcome you all to the LOI community. I'm so excited to get to know you more. I've met a few of you through like interviews and other sessions, which was awesome. I'm really excited for you guys to get to know each other as well. There's so much cool talent here. And most importantly, I'm so excited to see how fast you guys progress over the next 12 weeks. So our team, you might not know this, but we are a fully remote team. So we have everyone across Canada. We're 4 hours different sometimes, which is great. And this is just my team slide. So I will start off just by talking a bit about my background before I pass it to another team member. I'm just going to move this. So my background was actually in accounting at the University of Prince Edward Island. And then I got into entrepreneurship through a pitch competition in my last year of university with my sister. I actually did labs batch 2. I think it was in 2009 or 2019. And I have done another accelerator in Atlantic Canada called Propel ICT Launch. So far with LOI, I've worked with around 170 founders. My favorite hobbies are chess. If you want to lose, feel free to challenge me. If Yulin's on the call though, she will beat me. She runs the Chess Club startup. And then I also really like watching The Last of Us. And if you want to talk to me about pitching or problem customer discovery, more than happy to chat about that. And I'm just going to move this over here. Oh. All right, Simran, are you on the chat?
I am, yeah.
Awesome, take it away.
Perfect. Hi, everyone. So my name is Simran. I probably talked to a few of you already through email, but I have my Bachelor of Science degree from the U of A. So I am from Edmonton, but I'm currently in Ottawa right now. I'm the founder and CEO of a med tech startup where we're working kind of more in regards to like the harm reduction, fentanyl sort of crisis. And I'm also the newest hire on the LOI team, but I'm an LOI veteran. So I was part of the Labs Batch 6 program, and I was also part of the last Boost program as well. So I've definitely done my time. Some of the things that interest me are Marvel. My laptop like cover and my wallpaper are both like Marvel related. So I'm definitely dedicated to the cause. I like playing soccer. I also like playing chess. I definitely don't have the same level of confidence though. I definitely feel like a lot of people could beat me. And I also listen to a lot of crime podcasts. I listed a bunch of things for you to ask me about, like community building, networking, specifically running a med tech company or like product development within like a highly regulated industry. But honestly, feel free to ask me anything. I may not know it right away, but I can definitely find something for you. But yeah, I'm super excited to meet all of you. And yeah, I'll pass it off to whoever is next.
I'll just click and see. Rob, you are up.
Welcome to day one. Everybody excited to get our Labs X cohort launched. My name is Rob. I'm the Director of Acceleration Programming here at the League of Innovators. I probably need to update the slide. I've been here for about 2 years, so that number is probably closer to 500 founders that we've had come through the program over the last 2 years. I initially got a degree in environmental engineering, but I've always been interested in entrepreneurship. Have been like either a founder / co-founder or part of the early days of about 5 different entities since over the last about 10 years. And so, yeah, my interest hobbies are like mountain sports. I live in Calgary, so I spend a lot of time skiing and mountain biking, tennis, chess, and we play a lot of code names as a team. And then you can ask me about anything to do with startup fundamentals. This is what I've been living and breathing for the last 2 years. Social impact is more of my background in the impact space. So if you want to talk about like incorporation or nonprofit or balancing impact, a couple of our sessions I get to run around that topic. Leadership and team building, and then strategy and operations. And yeah, looking forward to getting to meet a bunch of you.
Awesome. Thank you. And next is Kyle. I think you're muted, Kyle.
Hot start. Yeah, what's going on, everyone? Great to see you all again. It was awesome to have the opportunity to interview all of you, get to know more about your startups. So my background is actually, it's not really in entrepreneurism as much. I got a degree from TMU, Toronto Metropolitan University, which was former Ryerson University in Toronto. RTA sport media background. I'm the host of Life's Arc podcast, which is a mental health podcast. It's kind of the where a lot of my passion lies. I did take part in the LOI Foundations program before we revamped it to launch it. So that was really exciting to be able to come in and help revamp this program that I've done in the past. I do public speaking surrounding mental health. Mental health is the big thing and kind of one of the big reasons that I was brought in to LOI is to work on that personal development. Entrepreneurship has a lot of mental health overlap, but it's not something that's talked about too much. So it's really awesome for me to be able to come in here and work with all of you on kind of creating this healthier culture surrounding entrepreneurism and personal development. And then, yeah, I was also on reality TV. And for 1 week, I got to be a reality TV villain. So that was my biggest red flag, just in general, regardless of what area of my life was taking part in that. And it was fun. It was a really good time, but yeah, quite the experience. Took part in Big Brother Canada last year. The new season's coming out here soon. So if there's any reality TV fans, you'll notice that that's not something in the Ask Me About. We'll leave that where it is. And in terms of hobbies, love to box. Cooking is a big thing, as you'll see in my Ask Me About. You know, Big Brother, we can chat about that, but I'd much rather talk about like a good pasta recipe, or just say, you know, if you want to impress somebody, whether it's like you know, parents, a date, whatever, I got you. I'm your guy. Love networking, love the process of all of it. It's fantastic. Podcasting, reading, any kind of mental health research is amazing. I was really kind of curious. I was so when we were making these slides, I thought it was pretty funny that 3 of our team members put chess. And so I was Simran didn't exactly you know, exude that chess grandmaster confidence, but I'm curious between Rob and Aaron who would win there. So I don't know, you can chat with them about that, or challenge one of them. But yeah, the biggest thing that I want to be able to be there for you guys is in that personal development side of things, networking, connecting you to the resources that you need. Just yeah, don't hesitate to reach out with whatever you need. This is a long, complicated, very unique road, and I'm just excited to be able to help you with whatever part of it you think that I would fit into it. So feel free to reach out, introduce yourselves, and I'm just really excited to get to know you guys more.
Awesome. Thank you. And Melissa.
Hi, everybody. I'm so happy to welcome you to Labs Batch X. My name is Melissa. I'm Executive Director of League of Innovators. So basically what I do is just make sure that the infrastructure of our organization is in place so that everybody else can do what they do best, and that is really be there for you, the founders. So some highlights for me, or like you may have heard or may not have, I founded a micro VC firm called Capital M Ventures, and I still run it. It's really fun. And like my biggest accomplishment to date, and hopefully I'll have more soon, is that I closed the first $1 million of it in 7 weeks. I literally met with, pitched, and closed the money. I'm also a venture partner at LOI Venture, so I'm also there if you have any questions about LOI Venture. And that you ruined the surprise there. No, that's our intern coming up next, but we can stay on her if you want. Also more about me again, if you need to know anything about term sheets, fundraising, leadership, strategy, making connections in the industry, I probably either know the person or know the resource, or I can help you connect to the person that can help you with it. So ask me about any of all that. And now we'll turn it over to our intern, Police Day, who will talk about herself. Surprise, we made a slide for you.
Thank you. I did not know. I was wondering if I was like, oh, I hope I'm not like screwing it up by being here. Hi everyone, my name is Calliste. I'm the acceleration intern here at LOI, and I've been with LOI for, I want to say, like coming up to a year now. So I ran the summer camp and the impact challenge last year. So if you were around, maybe you saw me send a couple Slack messages or emails, or maybe you were in the pitch. About my interests, apparently I like squirrels spelled very poorly, which it's like an inside joke, so I don't think you guys will get it. I'm sorry, I just spell it wrong, sorry. I do enjoy working out. I like yoga. I've been getting into that lately. Traveling, I do travel a lot because I was born in France, so I travel to France and back, and then I am going to Indonesia next, and then I do like EDM music as well. I don't know how they know so much about me. It's kind of creepy. Kidding. Yeah, you can ask me about events and marketing and anything LOI. So I've run a couple events so far, specifically entrepreneurship events. I ran a conference, I ran the summer camp and the pitch. I think I've run 2 pitches now. So yes, and anything LOI, because I can always try and point you to the right direction. And I think that's it for me and my beautiful awkward picture.
Awesome, thank you. Sorry, Melissa, I by mistake clicked forward. I couldn't get it back, but it worked out.
No, that's okay. Yeah, it's a total surprise to put you on the spot, and plus she's a really core member of the team, and yeah, so we should be around for a lot longer than another semester. So.
Awesome. Click. All right. So now that you met the team, we do have other team members that were on the earlier slide as well. I believe Shari's in the chat here too. That's just more of the people you'll interact with throughout the labs program. So I hope you guys will consider us your people. If you're ever going through anything, that you'll reach out to us, whether that's like struggling with a co-founder or going through initial public offering and you don't know what's what, like you can message us and we are definitely on your side and there to protect your interests. There we go. Also, I'd like to mention LOI Ventures. So we are separate teams, but we work very, very closely together. We actually have a session with them on Friday, and you'll get the calendar invite today for that. They essentially are a $20 million venture fund for youth founders. So now we're just going to move into what is the League of Innovators. So we are Canada's leading founder accelerator for youth entrepreneurs. The reason why founder is in a bit different color is because we very much are a founder accelerator. We're focused on developing you as the individual. We understand founders that you're gonna have to take a lot of swings sometimes before you get a home run, and that's perfectly okay. That's the process. So we want to make sure that you are equipped with the knowledge and skill sets to take on any venture that you choose to do. This is just some fun numbers. So over 12,000 youth engaged through LOI programs, over $1 billion in enterprise value created. We have supported over 350 startups, 884 founders, and over 2,000 online learners through the Innovators Academy. This is just a few of our founders in the news. I will say that our team loves to shout you out. So please message Alana and Joel. You'll get to know them throughout the cohort. They love to share articles about you on our social media accounts. So this is just kind of an overview of all our programs. So we have Success Academy, which Shari leads. She's also on the call. We have Virtual Camp. We have Launch It, which is for founders that are before you. They're just in the idea stage. They're trying to figure out how to launch their idea. It's a year-round program. And then Labs is our 12-week accelerator that you are all in. And then I would like to talk about Boost just quickly because you guys are in kind of a cool spot right now because you'll have time to go through our accelerator and a bit more time to launch your venture and go full time. And then the next Boost cohort is in 2024. So you could definitely be part of that. And that'd be a good goal to keep in mind. Rob leads Boost. So I'm not sure, Rob, if there's anything you want to add to that or if I'm good to continue.
Oh, good. Yeah, well, I think we'll talk more about Boost near the end of the cohort.
Awesome. All right. So now just the labs experience. I'll just quickly touch on this because I believe everybody has a bit of an overview already. So a typical weeks in labs, there's 3 to 4 sessions Monday to Friday, and they're all 10 to 11 a.m. PST. That's to accommodate all the different time zones. There are 4 types of sessions. So we have workshops, and that can be external or internal, our team doing sessions that we're experts in. And then external can be like VC firms coming in, lawyers, for example, as well. And then we have Ask Me Anything sessions with great entrepreneurs. And Ask Me Anything session this week is with Ryan on Thursday, the founder of Hootsuite and the League of Innovators. We're also going to have a new thing where founders from the Boost program will come down and talk to you and act as panelists. I believe there's one happening next week, so you'll be able to ask them about how, you know, they developed their team, got their first sales, etc. And then also the best part of the program, the founder huddles. This will be set up this week. You'll find out who's in your huddle, and that's just an extra hour a week. So these are the 4 pillars of the program. So I just touched on this earlier, founder first, we're focused on developing you. Another pillar is get your house in order. So that's if you need to get funding, you have to figure out legal considerations, everything that will take you from a spot from finding product market fit to actually making this your full-time job. There's also social impact. So a big thing is when you're building your venture to also think about your impact of people that you have of people around you. And then building community. We love our founders interacting with each other. So that's a huge part of the program. So founder huddles, again, you'll find out this week who's in your huddle. We'll take the cohort, which I believe is around 50 founders, break you into smaller groups, and then you'll meet for an hour each week and you just talk about the things you're going through. You'll be in similar industries, similar ideas, and so you'll be able to assist each other best. So the Black Youth Entrepreneurs Growth Program, extra resources for founders who self-identify as Black. You'll also be getting calendar invites for this program in this week. There's 3 extra sessions that are 90 minutes long. And then we do also have an Indigenous Hub coming soon. The last thing in our program, after the 12 weeks in the final week, there's this thing called the Founder Showcase. So essentially it's a 3-minute pitch. You'll get to pitch in front of community members, fellow founders, and it's just a great way to showcase what you learn over the next 12 weeks. And you'll also have a pitch that you can take anywhere with you. The next thing I want to mention is the pod. So Kyle, if you can drop the link to the program overview document in the chat, that'd be much appreciated. Definitely save this document. It'll have all the recordings, your schedule, office hours, venture package, etc. is all there. The venture package is the $1 million in discounts and perks for things like sales, software, marketing, etc. Yeah, I think that's everything. Our team's contact information is also in that document. Just everything's there. So I just wanted to go over some expectations. So the first is no ghosting. We want you just to communicate with us if you can't attend a session. So if you can message Kyle, that would be much appreciated on Slack. If we don't hear from you from a while, we'll reach out and see if you're doing okay. We want you to keep your video on. We understand that sometimes you can't. You might be at a coffee shop, it's loud or whatever, but we just ask that you message us in advance so we know that. It just also makes such a better experience if people are on camera for the speakers, so we're not talking to nobody. Be on time. So as you know, the sessions are 10 to 11 a.m. PST. If you can join a bit early, that would be awesome, like 5 minutes before the call in the waiting room. We try to start sessions right on the dot to respect speakers' time. And it's just best because if it's an Ask Me Anything speaker and you only have an hour to get in questions, you want as much time as possible. So that's why we try to start it right away. The next one's just being vulnerable. So we're all learning here. Be open about the things you don't know, the things you want to learn, and also support people when they're being vulnerable to you. And the last thing is just being respectful and networking properly. And what I mean by this is really get to know our team, get to know the people on this call and LOI founders, and build real relationships with people. Because sometimes we'll have founders reach out to us and ask for like contact information for someone else, and we don't even know that founder. So it's very good if you get to know us so we can vouch for you and make those connections. This is also an awesome video that Shari made. I won't play it right now, but Kyle will be posting in Slack channel the link to this video, and it's just about how to get the most out of your experience with the LOI Labs program. Just gonna see here. So some next steps, Kyle will be adding you all to Slack today, and then you'll be getting calendar invites for the next 3 weeks. After this, every Friday, you will be getting new calendar invites. So you'll always have 2 weeks of sessions. If you want to kind of see ahead what things are coming up, you can check the program overview document. It has a list of things. The reason we just send out calendar invites a few weeks at a time is just because sometimes speakers, they have to make changes for their schedule. Another thing is watch Shari's video. That'll also be posted in Slack. And then there's 2 platforms to sign up for, Kernel and Spontively, before tomorrow's session. So Kernel is essentially a platform for sharing ideas. And there's more information in the pod how to do that. We'll post in Slack how to sign up. You can post your idea, get feedback from people, and it's going to be a great tool to track your progress throughout this program. Spontively is going to be a platform where you can network with everybody in LOI, and you create a profile, say what you're interested in, what you do. And I believe the link wasn't working yet, but if it's figured out, do it for tomorrow. And again, it'll be in Slack as a reminder. So this week coming up, tomorrow is the Meet the Cohort session. So you'll get a bit of a deep dive more into knowing who's in your cohort right off the back. You'll also be getting a blog post that'll have everybody in the cohort, so you'll know exactly what everyone does. Thursday is an Ask Me Anything session with Ryan, the founder of Hootsuite. And then Friday is the session with LOI Ventures. So also, I just wanted to mention that we're going to be doing Easter eggs. Kyle, big brother villain, is in charge of this. So essentially, when we were doing interviews and when we did a few sessions, we put a line about wearing a hat, a funny hat to things. And some people did it. This is from pictures from the last batch that we had. But yeah, just keep an eye out for fine details. There was an Easter egg in this presentation. I'm not sure if anybody saw it, but Kyle would have got a message if they did. And yeah, just a fun way to pay attention. All right, so we zoomed through that. So next, we're just gonna have an opportunity to meet each other for a little bit in a breakout room. And you're just gonna introduce yourself, your location, and what your intentions are for the next few weeks in labs. I'm just gonna stop share. Okay. Escape. How do I? Okay, there we go. So I'm just gonna put create breakout rooms. How many people? 34. Let's do
like Gmail or for that rather than like your university email, and just little tips like that like 99.9% of the time won't impact you, but it can help you kind of avoid some of those pitfalls. So looking forward to that session. Erin, are we all back?
We are.
Awesome. Okay, so since we we went through content pretty quickly, you guys are really fast in introductions. I just want to circle back to one point about LOI and our role and how you see this organization going forward. So, and I'll talk more about this at this session that I was just describing next week, but one of the things that's to be important is that not everybody you're going to interact with has your best interest at heart, right? Most of the people that you do, I think one of the amazing things about being a youth founder is that a lot of people love entrepreneurship and love youth entrepreneurship, and they want to help and support and do that. And so most of the people that you'll interact with are probably just want to see you succeed and help you. But there's a lot of situations where that may not be the case. And so about a month ago, we had a founder that did our labs program that was interviewing for our boost program. And he was telling me about I was asking him about what traction and work and things have been going on since the last time he was in labs. And he was saying that he got connected with a couple of brokers. And so what brokers do is they kind of go out and raise money for you, and then they take fees and stuff like that associated with it. And then so that guy's like, okay, and they went and they were like, so I was like, okay, well, like, tell me more about that. And so we were going into that, and he was, so basically these brokers wanted to go out and raise, I think, like 700 or six or $700,000, and then like parachute in a CEO and a CFO over the next 12 to 14 months, and then take this company public on the Canadian Securities Exchange in like 12 to 14 months, which is bananas, and is like every red flag that could go off in my head did, because it just, none of that makes sense. And so then I was asking him, I was like, okay, well, have you had your advisors or like any mentors or anything like look over this and do that? And he was, well, you know, he has mentors and advisors that help him with his business model and help him with like his product and doing stuff like that, but not with more of like the back end stuff or like these things. And he didn't want to like overextend his ass to the support that he's already getting by like getting their support on these things. And then I was like, okay, well, like what legal representation, like how have you been dealing with this from a legal side? And the lawyer that he'd been having work, like kind of like represent his interest in this deal, he got introduced to by these brokers, and this lawyer had already done a number of deals like with this brokerage firm. And then as we got more and more into the specifics, a lot of other red flags went off, and it just, none of it like made sense. And not that like anybody in our team is like experts in that like field, like Melissa more than anybody else, but like, you know, I've worked with enough founders to realize that I've seen what like successful founders do as they grow and raise, and none of that made sense. And so then we said, okay, hold on, like we'll just like, let me just like take this information, like share what you can, and I'm gonna go talk to people that I know that know these industry. And so then I emailed like an investment broker that I know that is like very well established and known, and has like tons of experience. And I emailed the lawyer that we work with as well. And both of them got back to me within 10 minutes. And I had calls with them both within 24 hours. And both of them went, this is awful. And then I also had a call with Melissa, and she was like, none of like the firm has a really bad reputation. The strategy is horrible. Taking any company public right now is a terrible idea. Let alone like, and he, all of this company and this founder, like he has amazing tech, but he's still pre-revenue, right? And so like to raise that much money and try to go public in that amount of time as a pre-revenue company, and like with untested like everything, like none of it made sense. And so the lesson that we learned there, so then now then we got involved, and we helped them like support him with like legal and advice, and he's backing out of the deal, and like it wasn't too far down the path that we couldn't undo it. And we're doing that. He's like he's going a completely different path now. And there's like a lot of other things. And so the reason that we tell the story is like, normally what happens is like, if you're in that situation, like as a founder, you're like, I'm going to share this with my people, right? But it's like, as a youth founder, a lot of you don't have people yet. You don't have an investment banker and a very experienced startup lawyer that will get back to you within an amount of time and won't charge you for their advice, right? We do as an organization, like as a network, and we have these resources. And so the message that we want to send is that like our entire organization exists to help you succeed and to help you address challenges that you're facing, right? If you're having, but like there's a caveat there where it's like, hey, like I'm really like, if it's these like big situations and these scenarios where you're like these big major decisions and you need somebody to help you look through that, always ask us, and we can either like connect you with the right person, or we can do that. Like we're not gonna like help you cold outreach to somebody on LinkedIn or do that. Like that's, you still have to go out and build and grow your business. But when you enter these scenarios that are pretty major, you can always see LOIs like as your people. And that's what we mean by that. Like within our team and our network, we have enough founders and individuals that can help kind of like navigate or give you advice in certain areas. And there's two pieces of this. One is like save it for when it's serious, right? Like when you have a big decision, like it, like don't like, you know, if it's something that isn't going to be that consequential, I wouldn't, you know, save like, you know, kind of that connection when you do that. And then the second one is that we show up for founders that show up for us. So the founders that are like really active in the community, show up to sessions, are active in sessions, like support other founders, like answers like people's and share resources on Slack. Like the founders that are the most active and engaged that then show up for us as an organization, we show up for them. And so that's when you say, like in that video, Shari, you can say what showing up looks like. It's like when she worked at a university, at our programming, the people who engage the most with the programmings and the supports or show up to class or show up to our sessions, whatever it is, are always the ones that are successful. And so the message that I want to pass is like those who kind of like put the effort in receive the most like support and grow the most in our program. So that's just like whether you're in a cohort or not, LOI always exists to do this for your organization. That's why we're here. So always realize that you're never gonna like have to go through any of that like without somebody to support or give you advice. And you're always like, feel free to reach out to our team and we'll always do our best to support when you have those questions. And then the more you show, like I said, the more you show up for us, the more we'll show up for you. Does anybody have any questions on anything that was shared so far? Crystal clear. Aaron, did you have any final wrap-up notes before we go?
Nope. So I was just gonna reiterate that next steps, you're gonna be added to Slack, you're gonna get some calendar invites, and then Kyle will post in Slack just the reminders of like watching Shari's video and signing up to Kernel and Spontively. And yeah, just thanks everyone for being here. Very excited for the next 12 weeks, and our team will stay on the call for a little bit if you have any more questions, but feel free to hop off mute, say bye, and enjoy your day.
Thank you.
Have a good day, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Take care, everyone. Cheers.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello. I just have a little question, if it's possible, about the Spontively. So I know that a lot of people already asked. I did not ask about the link. That link was not working. So is everybody's gonna get this email with a new link for the registration, or just the people who commented? That's what's question. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for the question. Yeah, so everyone will get a new email with the link once it's fixed. So everyone will have an opportunity to sign up for the profile once the webpage is up and running.
Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you.
Hey, I had a random question. I wanted to know what are the official like socials for like League of Innovator? Like I was on the website. I think some of the links maybe are broken, or I'm not sure if they go to the right socials. I wanted to make a post like announce that I'll be part of this. So I was just like looking for that like official account.
Well, actually, Kyle, Aaron, we sent out a graphic for this already.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did Carlos get one yet, Kyle?
Carlos, did you get the email of like welcome to LOI Labs?
Yeah. I remember getting that. Yeah. So is
Did that link just didn't work for you, or?
I'll go check that out. I was just looking at the links on the website itself.
Yeah, the website is currently like gonna get overhauled here pretty soon, and a lot of the links are working.
Yeah.
I'd also just like to give you a heads up that like
Yeah,
some of the
that's
links.
amazing, Carlos.
Much
Yeah.
appreciated for sure.
Okay, no worries.
LOI Accelerator. Look up on
Oh, that's what it is.
Instagram, and yeah, Instagram and the Twitter is LOI Accelerator.
Oh,
TikTok,
okay.
I still think it's League of Innovators, and then if you look, and then LinkedIn, just search League of Innovators there. But definitely for Twitter, Instagram, LOI Accelerator. Thank you so
Okay.
much. Yes, please tag
Okay.
us.
No worries. Okay. Thanks so much. Bye.
And yeah, we have website issues. We're gonna resolve that in the next couple of months. We'll have a designer on board. We're working on it.
Okay.
I just followed up with you there, Carlos, too. So the email will pop back up to the top there. You don't have to go looking for it.
Okay.
And that'll have any kind of like content so that you can share or incorporate it into your own content, whatever you'd like. It should be through there.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Thank you.
All right, take care.
Go on. Bye-bye.
Thank you, everybody. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
Take care, Edward.
I have to hop off too, but
All right, thank
anybody
you.
else on the call, you're in good hands with everyone. Take
Awesome.
care.
See you, everybody.